Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Ryan here with Focus, Rest, Grow. I'm out here on a beautiful day with my buddy Steve here, and he's been going through some struggles with weight gain and some motivation in his life lately, and I wanted to get with him and give him some tips on what he could do to make some progress in the other direction. So Steve, you can tell us a little bit about what's going on, and maybe I can give you a hand.
Yeah, well, appreciate you, brother, having me on your channel. And I can tell you right now that you guys are in good hands with Ryan. We've been friends for a long time, and I still remember we just got done with like a 4-hour hike. And I remember 10 years ago, you stepped on my scale and you were 208 pounds. And you told yourself, and you told me, I'm going to change my life. And since then, you literally went from 208. So what are you weighing in at now?
About 167.
167. So this guy's done it and he's kept it off. So that's why I knew that I had to ask him live on video some advice. So yeah, I mean, I used to be 240 pounds, and about a year ago, I was down to about 175, I think was the best I ever got. And just lately, over the last year, I think I've been dealing with a couple injuries, like a neck issue, a back issue. So I've been kind of using that as an excuse to not work out as much as I should. But really the biggest problem I've been dealing with is just overeating, choosing the wrong foods, binge eating, and eating like, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night like a little raccoon, I swear to God. And I'm like taking like spoonfuls of peanut butter and just like, just making the wrong decisions. And I know what I need to be eating, but the problem is I just feel like I need momentum. So how do I get back to old Steve? How do I get back to sticking to my diet? Because lately I just feel like I've kind of lost control, and I've gained about like 15 pounds over the last year. And I feel like I'm at the point where it's like I either make a change now or I go down. So I don't know what your thoughts are.
All right, well, spoonfuls of peanut butter. Spoonfuls of peanut butter, no joke. I love spoonfuls of peanut butter, but in moderation. So, they say a serving of peanut butter is about 2 tablespoons or so. So 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, I think is what, about 200 calories?
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're eating things in moderation. Like a lot of things are good in moderation. So you're talking, as far as nutrition goes, about 80-20 rule. So 80% good for you, not 20% terrible or like really, really bad for you. But you got to treat yourself a little bit, because otherwise you do things like wake up in the middle of the night and start eating a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
As far as staying on track of your goals, I talked about it in a previous video, and one of the great things to do is write down your goals and write down how you're going to accomplish those goals. You want to make small steps towards those goals. So if you can really visualize, we talked earlier about doing a vision board.
Yeah.
So make a nice board on your fridge, get a whiteboard, get a cork board, whatever is going to work best for you, and put everything you want on there. So if you got an ideal body, put a picture of the ideal body. If you want to hit some nutrition goals, write that down too. Anything you want, and put it someplace where you're going to see that every day. So anytime you go to the fridge and you want to binge eat and eat something silly, you're going to see that.
That's a good idea, to put my vision board right smack on the fridge. So when I come down like a little raccoon and I'm going to eat it, I'm like, wait a second, this is where I want to go. This decision is not going to bring me closer.
That's right. Yeah, dude, you
That's
gotta.
a good tip.
Oh yeah, you got to focus on your goals. You want to stay committed to them.
One of the things that I feel like, and I was sharing it with you behind the scenes when we were on our hike, is I feel like, I don't know if you guys can relate, but you ever wake up and you're like, today's going to be the day where I follow my diet, I'm going to eat clean, not starve yourself. Like a lot of us, we know, eat a couple thousand calories, eat 4, 5, 6 meals. Like, we know what to do, but it's like, I say that I'm going to follow my plan, and then all of a sudden I let somebody negatively influence me, or for some reason maybe I'm feeling bored or lonely, or you know what it's like. You eat to kind of calm your emotions. How do you combat that if you're feeling alone or bored? I know we all eat for different reasons, but I feel like that's my issue. It's like I use food almost in a sense to kind of calm my mind or anxiety or different things.
So you got to find, it almost sounds like, you're talking about having an unhealthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat to really satisfy anything. I mean, like I said, people eat food for different reasons. So I got another friend that eats food primarily for energy, which is great. He probably doesn't really overeat. But especially when you start emotionally eating, it's easy to eat just to bury bad thoughts or negative feelings. And obviously, what we talked about earlier, that is very largely against your goals. So you want to reinvent the way that you think about food. And it's part of just focusing on your goals is just not...
No, I see exactly what you're saying. You got to think about it in a different light. You have to, don't think about food as a way to just heal your mind in a sense, or how to get by, but almost it's helping you get closer to your goals. It's giving you the energy. It's boosting your self-esteem. You got to think about it, change your perspective.
And food is nourishing too, right? So we want to eat good, whole, sustaining food. So like if you're eating just some quick garbage,
Empty calories,
you're gonna be hungry. Then you're not going to be hungry, then you're going to be hungry again, and you're right back to the place you were starting. You really want to eat something that's going to keep you focused for at least a few hours.
So how do you get back on track, though? What's like your number one tip you would share with everybody in terms of, for somebody who's been trying to get back on track, and it just seems like you keep failing? How do you get that momentum going?
You know, it's hard to say. It's hard
Discipline?
Discipline. I mean, it's hard to describe, but definitely just self-control. Having that, you got to... you have the power, so you control every decision that you make in your life, right? Like nobody else controls it. Like a lot of people hit walls, they hit different obstacles in their life, and some people are just quick to blame it on somebody else, right? But at the end of the day, you're the one making the decisions.
You're responsible.
Right, you're responsible for your own decisions. You got to hold yourself accountable. So if you're gonna make a mistake, I mean, let's call it a 5-second rule. So you're about to eat that food, right? You're about to, let's not call it a mistake, but you're about to do something that's adverse.
Sometimes
to
I don't
your
even
goals.
think about it. I'm just like automatically doing it. I'm like, what the heck did I just do?
So give yourself 5 seconds, right? Think about it for 5 seconds.
Is this going to align with my
it.
goals? Is it going to make me feel good the next day?
Is this going to be a good decision for me?
You know what the craziest thing is too? Smash the like button if you relate to what I have to say right here. Have you ever not been on your diet and you think, gosh, it's so hard to get on a diet. So hard. But then have you ever been on a diet and you've been like following it for like a couple weeks, couple months, you feel great, and you think to yourself, why did it take so, like, I can never go back to the old me. The thing is, it's like whatever state you're in, whatever your mind you're in, like if things are hard, like it's hard to change. So once you start eating healthier, I feel like it's easier to eat healthier. Like you've been on a really good track. Like you're not eating ice cream and doing stupid things like I am, because you've got that momentum going. I think that's really the key.
It took me many years to get that momentum going. So like 10 years ago, I hopped on the scale and I was weighing in at 210 pounds, and I knew I had to make those changes in my life.
You were a big boy back then, bro.
I was a big boy, and I wasn't working out either, so it was all fat. But it's so hard to get started, and there's so many people that are stuck in that loop, like, oh, I'll get started tomorrow. It's like, no, just get started today, and you're gonna make those baby steps towards a better life. You're not gonna completely change your life around all in one day.
Yeah, I think the biggest things I got out of this from talking to you in this video is, number one, I need to create a vision board. Start thinking about my fitness goals, my health goals, maybe how I'm gonna feel, and maybe like put some pictures or write some things out and put it right on my kitchen. Also, I learned about the 5-second rule. That was huge, right? So make sure before I just reach and just emotionally go for it, actually think about it. And then also, third, change my relationship to food. Before I'm always thinking of food as, oh, it's just going to make me feel better, but there's so much more to it. So I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely, Steve. It was awesome talking today. If you guys like the content, please do me a favor. Hit that like button.
No, smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Subscribe to me. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on. Let me know I can help you out. Maybe we got some struggles that we can relate and we can talk about. Thanks for watching.